That's it. No.
No.
Sorry.
One more burger patty and sad burger. I'm here with the Tates family. Introduce yourself, guys.
Hi, I'm Brian Tate. I train at Inspired Academy.
Hi, I'm Aaliyah Tate. I train at Inspired Academy as well.
And I'm Big Brian. I'm the Papa.
Yeah, Big Papa. Well, first of all, thank you guys for coming down. We've been friends for how long now? And I do appreciate your guys' friendship, you know.
Long time.
I was actually looking at old photos. I've seen little B here. Man, he must have been like 5 or 6 years old.
5 when they competed.
Yeah. So how old are you guys? Where do you train? And how long have you been training?
I'm 9 years old. I've been training since 2021, October 1st. So for 4 years. This year's going to be my 5th year in October.
Okay. Beautiful.
I'm 12 years old. This year is going to be 5 years. Yeah, 5 years. Since 2021. And we train at Inspired. Jiu-jitsu.
Yeah. Wrestling? Any wrestling? Any judo?
Well, we used to do wrestling.
Yeah.
We used to do wrestling for a little bit, but then we stopped for jiu-jitsu.
You just focus on jiu-jitsu?
Yes.
Not
Oh,
competitive. They're in swimming right now as well. So.
Oh, okay.
my bread.
Oh, where's your bread? Okay, let me get your bread, dude. What's up? I thought you already ate a burger. You didn't eat yet? Oh, here it goes, buddy.
No.
Dude.
Another one.
Oh.
You're gonna eat that. You're gonna eat this. Okay, I'll make your own later. Oh, you want to make it? Here, you get to put your toppings, dude.
Oh, wait.
Come on, you have to put your toppings. Here, buddy.
Nice.
So Brian, how did you guys get into jiu-jitsu? Tell me that story. How did that work out?
Really tough.
Yes. You talking about little Brian?
You're right. It could be from your point of view. How did you get into jiu-jitsu?
Started because of her.
Okay. And how did you? I mean, especially for a female, like, what interests you into
Do we tell it?
jumping into jiu-jitsu? It's a secret.
No.
Is it a nice story?
I
got bullied.
Yeah. I was in 2nd grade, and I think one day during, lunch, some random girl, because I was playing, and some random girl, she came up to me and she pulled my hair for no reason.
What?
Yeah. So then we started jiu-jitsu a couple months later, in October.
Wow, that's amazing. And how, from a dad's perspective, do you see the difference in your kids' confidence?
It's night and day. Their confidence night and day. Like as they talked about, obviously, there was some bullying situations, and I feel like both of them have a very high EQ.
Yeah.
But that kind of leads to people taking advantage of you and stuff like that. So I wanted them to. Well, my wife and I, we wanted them to have a foundation where they know they can defend themselves. But their confidence after even after 1 month of jiu-jitsu, it was like night and day. They went from being easily pushed over to probably a little bit too confident right now. They can beat up the whole world right now.
I love it. That's amazing. It breaks my heart that kids go through the bullying, you know. But I love this story that, they take either a martial arts or some sort of program that helps elevate their confidence, and that's wonderful, right? So I know you guys do homeschooling now, but when did you start homeschooling? Because I know you started public school, correct?
This is their 2nd year of homeschooling.
Okay.
So they're in their 2nd year of homeschooling.
Since I was in 4th grade and since he was in 1st grade.
Okay. How do you like homeschooling versus going to public school? Do you miss regular school? You do? What do you miss about it?
My friends.
Of course, right?
And the teachers getting mad at school.
But Aaliyah, do you miss regular school?
I do a
Yeah.
lot. I miss because my friends.
Right.
Most of my friends, they go to different schools, but some of them, they go to other schools around my house.
Yeah.
But I hope next year I could go public school.
Okay. So what do you like about homeschooling then? Because we've been entertaining the idea of putting our kids to homeschooling, especially Jonah. He wants to train every day, right? I think with homeschooling we have the ability to flex the schedule a bit more to maximize his training. But what do you guys, Brian? What do you like about homeschooling?
Nothing really.
Nothing really. Oh, this is shocking. Dad, you hear this?
I'm listening.
All right, Aaliyah, what do you like about homeschooling?
I like that I get my own privacy
Okay.
sometimes.
Okay.
Because I have to.
Of course, you have a sibling, yeah.
But I like that I could actually have privacy. I could do it independently.
Yeah.
So that's what I like about it.
What about traveling?
Oh,
We've
yeah.
been able to do a lot of the stuff we've done without.
Oh yeah, traveling as well. I like traveling. I went to Japan in November to December.
Traveling?
Yeah, in Japan.
And going to theme parks when there's no one there in the lines.
All right, let me get you your cheese. Why is it that you guys started homeschooling? What was the reason? Was it the bullying that kind of opened up your mind to potentially do homeschooling?
It wasn't really the bullying. It was more so just having we needed a bit more of flexibility.
Okay.
That homeschool offered us as they started to compete more and rise through the ranks in jiu-jitsu. We started to travel abroad and travel more frequently. In traditional schools, they had just ran into a problem with like taking them out of school or like so we wanted to at least entertain the opportunity to kind of put things on our terms so we could them experience the world, experience stuff we didn't experience as kids,
100%.
but also without the regulations and
I love that. And again, that's what intrigues me. I want to travel with my kids in hopes that they stick to jiu-jitsu. Speaking of traveling, where have you guys traveled, and what's your favorite place or favorite destination that you guys traveled to?
We went to
Brazil, Rome, Japan, Paris.
Sheesh.
Florida, Texas, Vegas.
That's everywhere.
I think that's it. No, where else are we going?
Rome, Brazil,
places we went to for jiu-jitsu.
Florida, right? You guys do Pan Ams, right?
Yeah. She won Pan Ams last year.
Hey, congrats. Was that your yellow belt Pan Am?
No.
That she got promoted to yellow on the podium.
Beautiful. I mean, I saw your bolo. It's amazing. So what your last Pans tournament? Talk to me about that. What that was last year, right?
Yes.
Pans, it's like the Worlds of Kids tournament, right? So talk to me about your experience going into the Pans tournament and obviously winning that.
When we first got to Florida, I felt nervous.
Yeah.
Of course, it's normal. And so when we got to the tournament, I felt more nervous than I usually would.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, it's Pans, big tournament.
100%. The biggest tournament, right?
Yeah, biggest tournament. And when I went to the bullpen, I was like, okay, I'm in the bullpen. I made it. I made it through. I just have 2 fights. So when I went to my first fight, the girl was huge. But she was a good opponent. I like her a lot.
How did that come about? Like, what was...
That went good.
Yes.
I couldn't do my triangles, though, because how can I do it? I just didn't feel like doing it. But
you won by points?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, I won by points, right? Correct?
First match.
Yeah. First match, I won by points. And I was like, okay, you know what? I'm in finals now. That's good. I'm going to win the second match. So last match, I was winning. I don't know by points. But I was winning. I was playing bottom. And the girl, she was going to my right side to pass. And she was about to pass.
Uh-huh.
So I brought my left leg over and I got her in an arm bar out of nowhere.
Beautiful.
It just snapped.
Yeah.
It just went over her head and just arm bar. So nowadays I've been doing that more and more often.
Would you say that's more like a choi bar, right? Is that
Mm-mm.
you just
No, it wasn't a choi bar.
Okay.
It's just a regular arm bar.
regular arm bar?
Yeah, she just like
I literally just brought my leg over.
Yeah. Well, you're so flexible.
Yeah,
I'm sure with
that's
that
why I was
dexterity of
able
your
to do
hips,
it.
right? Like
Yeah.
that's what. Damn, that must have been amazing, especially being at the finals and you get to tap out the final competitor, right?
Mm-hmm. I was so happy. I wanted to cry.
Wait.
Oh yeah, I get how you do that.
Yeah,
I'm still trying to calculate.
you got to show us. You got to show us that. So how many times have you guys been at Florida for a PANS tournament?
For Pans, this was their.
It might be our 5th year.
That was our 4th one.
We've done it every single year.
The first year that they did jiu-jitsu, my wife and I, we talked about just going to see.
Yeah.
And the professor was like, why would you just go watch? They could win.
Yeah.
And Aaliyah, even the first time we went to Pans, she got 2nd place the first. And they were only 6 months into jiu-jitsu.
Wow. Girl, you're the prodigy. Yeah. That's amazing. I love what your parents are doing for you, especially taking you to, the biggest tournament for kids, right? PANS is essentially the world's. Yeah. That's beautiful. So speaking of PANS, and you guys travel quite frequently, what is it that do you guys do any supplement, like whether it be fundraising? Do you guys have a sponsor that helps you with like finances? How do you guys go about like, because man, traveling to Rome, especially with the whole family, that adds up, right?
For the most part, mom and dad work a lot.
Just grind it, right?
My wife, she has a wonderful job.
Yes.
I'm a notary signing agent, and we've talked about this before. I do
Yes.
like a million side hustles in between that to, try to take care of that.
Did you guys hear your dad? Puts in a lot of work for you guys to live that life, right? That grind. Yes. Beautiful.
This recent trip to Japan, we did do a fundraising event. They sold some tacos, I believe.
Did
sold
you?
some tacos
At the gym?
At the gym, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was just more so just for them to have some, spend money or whatever.
Yeah. Do you guys have any sponsorships, brand deals that you're working with now?
Officially on paper, no, but there's a couple brands that we've aligned ourselves with that have been supporting. They've giving them PR package, especially like Day by Day. Shout out to Day by Day.
Yeah, Day by Day is an amazing brand, right? Well, hopefully they get to watch this video and sponsor you guys, right? Jonah, do you have any questions?
No, I didn't even paying attention.
Well, you guys are truly inspiring, right? Not only as like beautiful human beings. I mean, what your dad does, he inspires me every day. So keep at it, right? And I love that you guys. I've seen you as young as 5 years old, competing at your very first tournament, and you were. I remember you were very like timid, right? I think it was against Stevie too, who was your partner, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like training partner at the time. And how you've grown, it's inspired me so much on how I'm raising my kids.
That's awesome.
So kudos to you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because little Debo here, as confident as he is, he has a tendency of high anxiety, like, and he expresses himself with like, "Hey, Dad, I'm scared," right?
Yeah.
And as a father, Riley and Jonah was never like that. They big, tall, they're in there just grinding, right?
Yeah.
This guy, like, he'll like, wait, how old are you? Okay, you're 1 year older. Oh, you're too big, Like he's so aware, and I have to kind of play his cards a little different than I do with the other two,
Yeah. I think that's the beautiful thing about life and about jiu-jitsu. Understanding that each kid is distinctly individual.
100%.
They have their own traits, their own personalities.
Yes.
And then you gotta treat them as such. So I think that's a wonderful thing. You're doing a hell of a job as a parent.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. You guys have anything else to say?
I feel more confident than I was years ago.
Hey,
I
of
feel
course.
more strong, confident, and mentally too.
I believe that. Any words of encouragement to the, girls or even just athletes out there that is technically, that A, have been bullied, or B, is in your position where they want to travel the world to do jiu-jitsu. What's kind of like, I guess, motivational speech that you could give them?
For the girls, be yourself. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. A lot of people are gonna tell you like, oh, you can't do that,
Right.
No, do what you want to do.
Okay. Beautiful.
And for people who are, traveling, who can't travel but want to travel, you can travel. It's just that you gotta work hard for it.
Yeah.
You gotta work really hard for it.
I agree. That's beautiful. what's something that you could tell them, like, again, we're all human beings and we all like face fear differently. How did you overcome your anxiety?
Never give up.
Oh, I like that. Okay.
Never give up on your dreams.
Yes. Yes.
What's something you would say to you're now 9 now? What's something you would say to the 5-year-old version of you?
Oh, that's
just starting
beautifully said. Yeah.
Change the goal, but never the plan.
Okay.
Ooh.
Hey, that's
Ooh,
deep.
bars.
Oh man, we gotta change that. We gotta make that into a T-shirt.
Motivational speaker right here. Let's Brown right here.
Yeah, that's a shirt that we could sell, and then the funding will go to you. That's beautiful. Brian, with you, like, what are some, like, how do you identify these, like, red flags, especially with our kids being so young and the sport's so demanding? Like, how do you identify their fear, their anxiety, and what's your plan to, like, remedy those little emotions that they show?
That's a great question. Hell of a question. I feel like it's kind of like a thin line because on one end, as a dad, you want to push your kid to the extent, further extent that you can push them.
Of course.
And you don't want to let them off the hook.
Yes.
But also at the same time, you have to listen to their boundaries as well. So it's kind of like a balance.
Right.
It's like you have to figure out, again, individually, one, what motivates them. 2, where is that line I can push you up to?
Yeah.
And then
line.
that fine line, how far can I push you to? But also, what can I get out of you, or what other external motivations you may have to, so that I can eventually build you to start going to that line yourself without me having to
I agree.
the belt of knowledge of the chocolate. What I'm saying?
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah.
And again, as you said it before, each kid is so different, right?
Yeah.
Riley's so different from Jonah. And with my goal with Riley is I just want her to be in jiu-jitsu essentially for her life. You know, I told her 23. If you want to quit, you could quit at 23, right? Yeah. But just like school, you're going to jiu-jitsu, and that's for her, self-confidence.
Yeah.
Anything that jiu-jitsu can help build, it's there for her, and I think it's super important.
Yeah.
Whereas Jonah, I don't have to motivate him much, man.
Yeah.
This guy can wake up at 6 a.m., do extra work. Our Tuesday, Thursday, we don't get home until 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
He trains from like 3 to like essentially 8:30.
Sure.
So Riley can't do that.
Shows.
Yeah. So there's a different threshold and a different way to push. I'm still trying to figure out with Debo being so young, how do I kind of push and mold him to how Jonah is.
Yeah.
But again, I think those little differences between each kid.
Yeah. No, for sure.
That as parents we have to self-identify, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Cool. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you guys on the next episode. All right.